Good evening, everyone. My name is Mikel with Snap Delivered. We're going to give everyone about 2 more minutes and then we'll get started. We're live streaming on YouTube tonight. You're going to get to find out a little bit about why everyone in our company is so excited about our new launch, what's going on, how we are participating in $1 billion industry and how it could work out for you. So give us about 30 more seconds and then we will get started. Appreciate you taking some time out tonight and joining us. About 30 more seconds and then we'll get started. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started tonight. My name is Mikel with Snap Delivered. I'd like to welcome you on. We're gonna take a real quick, about 10, 15 more minutes of your time, kind of explain a little bit about what we're doing and what we're so excited about. We are in the restaurant delivery industry. I'll tell you a little bit about my background. I didn't grow up thinking I would be in the delivery industry. I born and raised in Texas, had great parents. They went to school, they were very successful. My mom's a teacher. They had great grades. I was not that person. I ended up waiting tables when I got out of school, but I met a guy when I was 22 that I just got very excited because he started showing me how to do business, how to go out and be successful in a lot of different things. And it helped me very, very much. And so I'm very, very excited to share what we have going on. We are participating in a $1 billion industry and we're going to kind of go through it. The company is launching September 1st. That's share something really excited that you can participate in tonight if you're interested. But we're launching September 1st. We're based out of West Palm Beach, Florida, and we're participating in right now, this is a $107 billion restaurant delivery business. And it's projected to go over 200 billion within the next 4 years. I mean, we're in 2021 by 2025. And we're going to do it by disrupting the major players. And if you don't know really much about the industry and how it works, we'll kind of tell you. The restaurant delivery industry, 60% of US consumers order delivery or takeout once a week. I'm not going to go through all these stats. You can kind of read them. 87% of Americans who use third-party delivery, they agree that it makes their lives a lot easier. A lot of people didn't even know about delivery. We used to grow up thinking, hey, you know what? Delivery was pizza and Chinese food. And now you can get anything you want delivered. You didn't get groceries delivered. You can get alcohol delivered. I mean, at some point they'll have cannabis being delivered. You know, and it's right now it's projected to reach 136 billion just this year alone. And by 2025, over 200 billion. So it's growing. And I didn't know a lot about the industry. I had friends of mine that introduced me to it. And I didn't understand how it worked. I thought, okay, so somebody paid a delivery fee and they got food taken to their house. Now you hear about Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, Postmates, all these big companies. And what happened is they're all doing the same thing. They're all doing the exactly same thing. What they do is they charge these restaurants between 15 and 30% on every order that goes out the door. So on a $100 order, that restaurant, before they ever do anything, are already paying either $15, somewhere between $15 and $30 on a $100 order. And I never understood how that could work. I didn't understand why restaurants would pay that kind of money. Like I knew they worked on smaller margins. It didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. So we started looking at ways to do it different. I'll kind of explain to you how they do it. Like, let's say this Snap Delivered versus the competition. Let's say a restaurant does average of deliveries on 20 orders a day. I know restaurants that do 100 orders a day, but let's say they do 20 orders a day. Around the average orders around $40, $38.98 in this example. That's $284,000 in sales. If they were doing the max that I've seen, and I actually have seen it higher, when they started adding in fees and all this other stuff, $99,000 at 35% on $284,000. That's crazy. $100,000 to I'm almost half. I mean, if you look at it, that's almost half of what they bring in, they're putting back out at the top deal. Let's say the half of that. You're still paying $50,000 to have somebody take your food from point A to point B. And that's not counting what they charge the consumer on a delivery fee, or if they raise the prices of the food, or if they hide a fee in the taxes and fees. That's what a lot of these companies do. We wanted to come up with a different alternative, disrupt the industry. I mean, there were taxis before Uber came around. They came out and they disrupted the industry. So we wanted to do something really big that was really great for the people who work in our company, the drivers. We want to pay them more money, and we'll get into all that in detail if you're interested in finding out more about it. But what a big part of this was, we wanted to help the restaurants. We wanted to help the restaurants save money. And so what we did is we said, listen, let's say you use that same example, 20 orders a day, 7,300 orders a year, $14,000 in fees, because we only charge the restaurant $2 per order, a flat fee, not a percentage, a flat fee on every single order. That's an average on this 35,000 or 35%. If they were if they were doing that, still $84,000, $85,000 if we round it off in savings. How many of you think a restaurant, let's just use real numbers real quickly, $100 order. If you go to the lowest one of these people that's out there and they only charge 15%, 15% of $100 is still $15. For us, that same order would cost that restaurant $2. How many of you think a restaurant's going to want to work with a company like Snap Delivered as opposed to one of these other competition? I don't even feel like they're competition to us in the next couple of years. We don't have restaurant commission fees. They have 20 to 40% across the board. We have a flat fee. We don't have a restaurant committee there. You know, I mean, there's all these different things. You can look at them. They hide fees. I had some friends of mine the other day that said, hey, well, their delivery fee is only $2.99. And I said, okay, let me look at the taxes and fees. There was a taxes and fees line. Their order was around $50 to 50. Their tax and fees line said $13.82 or something like that. It's over $13. And I said, well, how much, like, what is your tax rate? What is your sales tax in your area? It's like 7%. On $50 is $3.50. That's around $10 in fees that they were hiding in there. Now it goes from $2.99. You add that $10 on, there's $12.99. Then there's other fees that they put in there. That restaurant sometimes is making less money or around the same amount of money as the delivery companies are. And that's not how it should work. A delivery company doesn't make the food better when they go from one place to the other, when they pick it up and take it to the customer's house. They don't make it better. So why do they deserve all that money? Our company wanted to come out and do something that helps restaurants, and do the right thing. We have an amazing group of people. I mean, some of you have been invited tonight to work with some of our independent reps around the country, and I'll get into how that works in a minute. But we have an amazing team of people. We have people, not you can read that a little bit. I'm not going to sit there and talk about myself. Tony, one of my partners, he's been extremely successful in this industry. He built a company that became in the 500, Inc. 500. Inc. 500 does every year they do a thing saying about the top 500 companies in America with the fastest growth rate. His company was in the top 50, I think it was, and doing amazing. And he ended up selling that company because they were doing a lot of the same things that we're talking about. It's how the industry was doing it. But he decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to link up with Paul. We're going to put together a program that goes out and does things amazing. We have other ownership in our company that they've been in the restaurant industry. I had two of my friends there's three of my friends that they're in the restaurant industry. They own successful restaurants When they found out about what we were doing and how it works, they said, you know what? We want to bring our expertise. We think this could be huge. We think this could be an amazing company that not only helps restaurants like ours, but helps everyone else. And the other programs that y'all put together are amazing. We have a gentleman, Jason Bryan. He's one of our senior advisors. We bring people from the outside who are experts in different fields. So I'll tell you how it works. You want to get started, and listen, I'm going to get through all this, and I got an amazing thing and how it works. And I mean, somebody invited you on. You can just be a free customer. We give people the ability. Once our app launches in the next week, you have the ability to download an app. You can take a little. I mean, I'll even show you. It's not ready to go yet, but I'll show you exactly what it'll be. There'll be a little button in our app. Our customers will get a little refer and earn button. They can refer customers, they can refer drivers, and they can refer restaurants and other reps in the company if they want. So they download the free app. They earn 20% on all personal referrals, and we'll show you how that works in a minute. So I'll just give you a quick one. If you're making 20, let's say you know somebody that owns a restaurant or manages a restaurant, or you go to your restaurant every day that you love, and you talk to them about it, and you say, hey, you know what? It's so easy to talk to a restaurant. How much do you pay in delivery fees? And once they get done rolling their eyes in anger, they'll tell you. One of our people went out to a restaurant the other day, and they asked, all they did was ask them, how much do you pay in fees? And they said $6,000 to $8,000, $6,000 to $8,000 a month in fees for delivery. And it was crazy. And he said, well, what if we could do it for $2 an order? How much would that cut your fees by? And they figured it out. That person got registered and got ready. But let's say you got a restaurant that was doing orders every day. We charge $2 to the restaurant. If you made 20% of that, every time an order goes out for delivery from that restaurant with Snap Delivered, you're going to make 40 cents. And that may not sound like a lot, but what if your restaurant was doing 100 orders a day? Do the math on that. What if you got 10 restaurants that were doing? And we'll get into that. Somebody really wants to build the business. They can pay $299 a year. They become a manager in the company. When you're just a free customer, that's fine. People do that all the time. They get paid for referring customers. Every time a customer orders or pay the membership fee on a monthly basis, they'll get paid. Every time a driver does an order, they'll get paid. Every time a restaurant does an order, they'll get paid. But if somebody actively wants to build a business and they want to start recruiting and they start building teams of people around the country, nationwide, then when we go into Canada in about a month, then when we go overseas, some people are going to really want to build this as a business and get residual income. You pay $299 once a year, and that goes into our pay plan. I mean, if you refer somebody else, I'm not going to get into it all tonight, but we took a pay plan that has made millions and millions of dollars in an industry that not everybody loves. And it's done very well. So you have the ability to start recruiting other people. You pay that once a year. 4 ways to earn: refer customers, refer drivers, refer restaurants, and refer other managers, people that are building the business in the company. I'm going to give you an example. I told you about that $40 cents. A free customer on that $2 would make about $1 per order. A manager would make every one of these on that first level would make a manager. We have different levels. There's manager, supervisor. Let me start over. Free customer, manager, supervisor, director, and executive director. Everyone would make the same on a restaurant referral. So customer referral, if it was somebody that was doing a one-time order, we have 2 different programs. We have a membership program, and then we have somebody that pays $5 per order to have it delivered. And this example, Tony, that's a lot smarter than I am, he usually does this, but it's his birthday today, so we gave him off for doing this. But 10 restaurant referrals at 20 deliveries a day, 6,000 orders per month. 6,000 orders per month at 40 cents an order would bring you into your pocket residually without having to do anything for it, $2,400 a month. That's good money. As a supervisor with the company, you make 20% off of anything you personally do. You get a restaurant, you make 20% off of what comes in. You refer customer, 20%. A driver, 20%. Another manager, somebody that gets actively involved in the company, 20%. But once you get to supervisor, which is the second level up in our company, now you have the ability, if the person that you introduce to the company introduce somebody else, you have the ability to make a little bit of money off of 10% off what they do, and then it goes down again. In an example, let's say you got 10 restaurants, that's $3,600 per month, the way Tony put this example together. 3 level 1 managers, let's say they refer 30 drivers and 30 restaurants between those. then you're going to make an extra $5,400 per month. 9 level 2 managers, if you see down here at 5%, 90, look, he said this example, he played it out, 90 drivers and 90 restaurants, $8,100 per month residual income. And nobody's having to sell any shampoo or diet pills or any of that kind of stuff. All people are doing is doing what they normally do, ordering food, and from places that they love. This total residual income on a monthly basis would be $17,000 in this example. How many of us could use that? And listen, that may take a year to do. It may take 2 years to do. But if you could get it to where you had a residual income coming in of $17,000 a month, how many of us would work our butts off, talking to as many restaurants as we could, getting free customers involved? We all would. And that's why we put this program together. We have an amazing program right now. You saw right at the beginning, it said $299 to become a manager. We wanted to do something special. We're still in a pre-launch stage. We launch next week. And we're almost there. We're ready to go. Once we launch, this founders program will be over. And what a founding member of our company is, you get free delivery for life. You don't have to have, when we're in your area and we open your area, it takes 10 restaurants, 10 drivers in a 5-mile radius, and we can open a city. And then we just mushroom it out from there. We've got cities already starting to get ready up in Tucson, Arizona, up in Washington, Nashville. We have a group of people in Canada that are chomping at the bit to get ready and go with us. And we're really excited about that. So you get free delivery for life. You get a permanent promotion to the level of supervisor. You can never lose a promotion. You become a founding member, and I'll tell you how to do that in a minute. And then the best thing for me, and I'm going to use my calculator because I don't do the math very well. The greatest thing for me for this founding member program is you get to be engaged in profit sharing. If you become a founding member before we launch, you are going to get 1 share in our profit sharing. And I'll tell you how that works. Once we're profitable, and we're not going to be like these big companies, we're not going to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on advertising, because guess what? That app where people can refer, that's going to do our marketing for us. Because if somebody can send a link to someone in California or New Jersey or Nebraska or Iowa or Canada, and somebody can start using the app, and I'm going to get paid for it every time, how many think I'm going to try to get every single person I possibly can to start using this app? Absolutely. So we're not going to spend our money that way. What we want to do is give it back to the people that work in the company. So let's say we get to a level, we get to profit sharing within 6 months. Say it takes a year. Say it takes a year and a half. We get to profit share. We get into profit. What we will be doing is taking 2% off of our top line revenue. 2 years from now. And we really truly believe, and everyone we've ever talked to about this truly believes this company is going to take off like nothing you've ever seen. Let's say we do $100 million in revenue. You know what? Let's don't say that. Let's not be crazy. Let's say we do 50 million in revenue. 50 million times 2%. That's $1 million. By the time we launch, we'll probably have around 400 founding members, because we'll close it once that's over. What happens is we'll take that after 50 million, 2%. Make sure I do this math right. Bear with me. I know some of you are sitting there going, if this guy can do this and he's the CEO, I'm in. So 50 million times 2%, it's $1 million divided by 400 people. Let's say that would be a bonus of $2,500 a month just for being in the profit sharing. And we'll have special member only, founding member only training, which I'm going to talk to you about one that's coming up in a minute. And founding member trips. We'll have stock options at some point. We will issue stock options to the founding reps in our company, and you'll get a certain amount of stock. There'll be advertising opportunities within our co-op, but it costs $299 once we launch. The people that get in right now, and we're about to close this, and I have people asking me to extend it, and we're not going to, because we just can't. We're ready to roll. We're ready to get after this. This program, founding member benefits, were for those that were ready to do it. Some of you haven't been around for the last couple of months. While we've been building this, while we've been getting ready, we've been building this car. We've been building this car for a while. We had to put the program together. We had to figure it out. We've spent years of research, owning our own restaurant, delivery services, selling some of those companies to other companies so we could free ourselves up to do what we're doing now. So if you decide to, instead of paying $299, which after the first year, it'll go back to the $299. But right now, if you decide to do it before we launch, and our launch is next Wednesday on the 1st, you can do that for $99. You can go to, I'll show you where it is in just a second. You can go to Snap Delivered. You'll go in, you'll put the person that said that you should get involved with the company, whoever referred you to. And then once we launch our app, you'll have your own app download. You'll be able to use the app, send your referral code out to people, get them to sign up. You'll get them to get, you don't have to be there. You could do this anywhere in the country. You could be on a plane talking to someone and go, hey, let me send you this referral through this text. So one thing that we really believe in is training. And it's funny, I talk to people on a daily basis, and it's like a lot of times people have an expectation of what they want to learn and how they want to learn it. And a lot of what we do is not just the nuts and bolts of our business. We can teach you how to talk to a restaurant. We can teach you how to get a driver. But what if you have 150 drivers in your team around the country? We're going to teach you how to deal with those people, how to manage those people, how to talk to those people, how to talk to a restaurant, how to talk to another rep. And some of you never managed anyone in your whole, I wasn't able to manage myself. I've had sales teams of upwards of 30, 40,000 people. Tony's had a sales team around the world of over 300,000. We know how to do things. And then we want to bring amazing people to you that you have the opportunity to be around. I was very blessed and lucky. I was born and raised in Texas. And I'm going to show you the next Tuesday, the night before we're supposed to be launching our company, we are going to have an amazing special guest. And it's because I believe everything you do in life is networking. It's who you know, and we've all heard that. But I have an amazing friend of mine. He has his own TV show on HGTV, and it's called The Boise Boys. And it's and he really, really, truly believes in what we're doing. He and I are working on some deals. I had another company in the delivery space that he was a part of, and he was excited about it. When I told him what our program is doing now and how we kind of changed it, he said, you got it. Like, this is the way this is going to go. And we're going to have a special training where he's going to share a little bit about why he's excited about the restaurant delivery business. He's not even a part of our company. He's doing this as a favor to me. I want him to tell some of the stories of perseverance and the things he ended up on Donald Trump's Apprentice show years ago. And I always make fun of him and laugh. And I tell him he came in second and he got beat by a girl. And he tells me it was rigged, but I still don't believe him. But he's one of those people that I called him up the other day and I said, listen, I know you're busy. I know your show's coming out in September. This is his second show and he loves to tell me too, that he's had two. The show count is he's on 2 shows and Paul's on 0. So that's why we do this YouTube thing on Thursday nights. I'm just kidding. But I called him up and I said, hey, launch. I know you're busy, but could you take a couple minutes and spend with the folks that are founding members of our company? And if some of you could do that tonight, you could become a founding member. And he said, yeah, you just tell me when and where, and I'll jump on that Zoom. And he's going to spend probably 15 minutes at the most next Tuesday night, but then we'll be doing some other stuff, getting ready for our launch and being excited. And he's going to share some of the reasons and ways that he lost everything. He was in the big boom when the housing boom and all kinds of things in Texas, and lost a lot. I don't know if he lost everything because he's a pretty smart guy, but he's an accountant. He is a certified public accountant. He's an attorney, and now he has his own TV show. That didn't just happen. If you knew where we came from a little town with less than 700 people in our school, not just our graduating class. In our school, I think we had 900 people total. All 4 years of high school, 900 people. And out of those 900, he's one of those people that when he was on his first show, we had lost touch over the years. And I called him up and I said, hey, I'm doing something. Would you be interested? He got on a plane within 2 days, flew from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, to Florida. We met and we put together a business that we were buying over $1 million in gold in a very, very short time. So I'm so excited that he is going to be a part of what we're doing in the future. We haven't kind of put all the details together, but he's an amazing guy. I'm really excited. So if you decide that you want to be a part of what we're doing, I'm going to show you real quickly exactly how you got to go do it. All you got to do, run to our website, go to snapdelivered.com. You're going to go down. There's a overview right here. And then there's going to be a registration. you're just going to click on this right here. You're going to go in, you're going to fill out your information, add it to the cart. You're going to get a welcome letter. You're going to get something showing the founding member benefits. And then you're going to put the person that invited you into this company in there. There'll be a spot for that. And then you're going to sit back. You're going to go through, you'll start getting emails. You can get yourself added to our private Facebook group for founding members and managers and above. And you can start learning how to do this. It doesn't take 6 years to learn how to do this. You can learn how to, I mean, we've had people that walked in, saw an overview, watched a video or two, maybe talked to me on the phone or Tony or one of our other leadership, and then went out and signed up a restaurant the next day just by asking a couple questions. How many of you would be willing to talk to people about restaurants if you knew you were going to get, if you could do this for a year, get enough restaurants to where you're making $100,000, just $100,000 residually, maybe $50,000 is what you need. Whatever you need to do, this company can help provide it. We're going to give the best customer service. We're going to treat our drivers with as much respect as we possibly can because we know they're a huge part of what goes on. And then what we're going to do, we're going to help the restaurant save money. We're going to help our reps make an incredible amount of money. And our company will take whatever's left over. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, we plan on paying out 60% of every dollar that's brought into the company at some point. And that's going to go out to the reps. That's going to go out to the people that build this business. And we're so excited about it. I hope you decide to work with us. If you don't decide to work with us, I promise you'll hear about us again. And I know some people go, I don't want to spend $100. How many of us waste $100 on nothing? Like I know people that'll go spend $100 in a week on lottery tickets. I know people that'll go spend, $100 to go out having drinks in a night, or they'll spend, getting a caramel latte, macchiato, whatever, $5 a day or $10 a day, how many ever they get. But when it comes to investing in themselves and a chance and an opportunity to go out and build a dynasty, which is what we are all looking to do. And listen, the people that are involved with this as ownership and top leadership are already successful. They don't need to do this. But they look at this as $1 billion, not $1 million opportunity, $1 billion opportunity. And we talk to 3 different types of people on a daily basis. First person goes, you know what? I'm excited. I don't know what I'm excited about, but I'm excited about it. But I'm going to start out as a customer. Great, do that. Second type person goes, you know what? I want to get a couple of questions answered. I'm excited, but I want to find out a little bit more. And then I want to hurry and definitely become one of those founding member people. And then the third type person is like I was. When I met a guy that was worth how much, my mentor was worth about $40 million when I met him. And I promise you, the leadership and the ownership of people that you're going to be learning from and working with have exceeded that. But I looked at it and go, you know what? Where I'm at is not where I want to be. At 22 years old, and I was waiting tables in a country club in Texas. I met this guy and he goes, listen, if you keep doing what you're doing, where are you going to end up? And I said, well, I'm already living with 3 guys before I have to get another roommate or something. And he goes, what if you change the way you're doing things and started listening to what I teach you, got your ego out of the way, and let me help you get where you want to go? And I'm like, why would you help me? And I had my arms folded and I was like, there's something going on. There's some kind of catch. And he goes, listen, dummy. And this is what he used to call me. Still calls me that sometimes. He goes, listen, I make a percentage off of everything that you do. So I want you to be as successful as you possibly can. I want you to get, and it wasn't in restaurants, but if you flipped it, how many of you think I want you to be as successful as you possibly can? Because the more money you make, the better you do, the more successful our company is. The more successful our company is, the sooner we can go overseas. The sooner our company becomes $1 billion company. So we're excited. I hope you can feel that. And I hope you take the chance and you're looking for, if you're looking for something different, this is it. I promise you there's not another company out there in the restaurant delivery service space that's doing what we're doing. And they can't, because they can't turn on a dime. They can't get rid of their fees. We're starting this out where instead of going out and skinning, my mentor also, and I'll leave you with this. My mentor always said, you can shear a sheep for life, or you can skin it once. These restaurant delivery services are skinning these restaurants. They're taking everything they possibly can instead of like we're going to do and go, hey, you know what? Let's really partner up. We'll take a couple bucks on each order and you keep the majority. We go to our reps and say, hey, you know what? you take a little bit of money, but you get to build this business with other people. So I went a little bit longer than I thought I was going to tonight, but we're really excited about what's going on. And I hope you take the opportunity, and I appreciate you spending some time with us. Thanks, guys, and have a great night.